Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jar Charana Vandana Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jar Charana Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jar Charana Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jar Charana Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Say Jagannath Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Say Jagannath Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Say Jagannath Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Say Jagannath.
Hare Krishna, everyone. In our travels, our wanderings throughout Orissa, we have come to a very, very ancient and very, very beautiful temple, a temple of Lord Jagannath that was established in the 17th century by a king whose name was Jagannath Maharaj. He was a great devotee of Lord Jagannath, but because his kingdom is so far from Jagannath Puri, we're about a 4-hour drive these days. You can imagine how long it would take in those days to get to Jagannath Puri, and many dangers on the way. He very rarely visited Jagannath Puri, so he was feeling so much separation from Lord Jagannath. It's described he was burning in separation. So one night he was talking with his wife and he was saying, well, we can't go to Jagannath Puri, so maybe we can replicate Jagannath Puri here. We can build a temple just like Jagannath Puri. And she said, yes, but it won't be the same because Jagannath's not here. He's there. So like that, the king was lamenting. He went to sleep that night, and in his dream, Lord Jagannath appeared because he was such a great devotee and he was feeling so much separation. And Lord Jagannath said, I know your heart. You're missing me. And you were thinking to build a replica of my temple in Puri. So if you build that temple, I'll come and live with you. Just see how kind the Lord is to fulfill the desires of his devotee. I'll come to live with you. So the king woke up, he told his wife, he told the subjects like this, and they started construction on this temple, which you'll see here in the video. It actually took 3 centuries to build, but a good portion was built in that king's lifetime. And his desire was fulfilled, and the Lord's desire was fulfilled. This is love. Love is reciprocal. The devotee likes to be with the Lord, and the Lord likes to be with his devotee. So the king, this temple was built as a replica of the temple in Jagannath Puri. Of course, not on the same size, but it's pretty big. It's pretty big. And I was speaking we were communicating with the guru the Raj Guru of the king of Puri. He's giving us some direction where to go and to film, etc., going around Orissa. And he said, you know, you can't come into the Jagannath temple in Puri, but you can get the experience. If you go to this Kalikote, the kingdom's called Kalikote, and the town's also called Kalikote now. If you go there, you can walk in, you can get the same impression of what it's like to be in the Puri temple. And Jagannath, Subhadra, and Balaram are there as well. So that's the experience we're having here. It was so thrilling to, you know, my disciple Vishnu Thakur was walking in with me. He's born in Vrindavan, and he's been to Jagannath Puri. He's saying, Gurudev, it's exactly like it is when you walk in the Jagannath Puri temple. And old. Not as old as the Puri temple, but 17th century, that's pretty old. And that king, he was famous for the fact that he ruled his kingdom like a sadhu. We call that Raja Rishi, a saintly person sitting on the throne, who knows how to rule in such a way as to provide everyone their material needs, but is also as much, if not more, concerned for their spiritual needs. This is a Raja Rishi. So he was a real Raja Rishi. He didn't live in his palace. He lived in a humble dwelling. And therefore, the people nicknamed him, Sadhu Raj. It's a nice name, Sadhu Raj.
Nadia Nagare Danda Kamanda Luka Nadia Nagare Danda Kamanda Luka Oh Nadia Nagare Danda Kamanda Luka Nadia Nagare Dana Kamanda Luka Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai Charanavandama Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvane Kore Jai Charanavandama.
So this is a very historic place, and we feel very blessed to come here to see Lord Jagannath in a replica of his temple. Of course, we know that Lord Jagannath is so kind that many cannot come to see him from different parts of India or because of their birth or whatever the case may be. But Lord Jagannath is very kind here in Jagannath Puri, or in Jagannath Puri. He comes out once a year on the parade route. Anyone can see him. And in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami states that if the chariot of Lord Jagannath is passing by during Ratha Yatra, and someone just, you know, out of respect, just stands up to receive him, or as he goes by, seeing him as an important person, Rupa Goswami says, Shastra says elsewhere, that person from that point on is considered an eternal associate of Vishnu. It's amazing. Patit Pavan Jagannath, he's very, very merciful. Like we think of Lord Chaitanya, we know he's very merciful. Jagannath's in the same mood. He's very, very kind. If you just stand up, perhaps some beggars there and everyone's standing up and, oh, we have eternal associate of Vishnu. We should never think that the glories of the holy name or the statements in Shastra are exaggeration. Not only that, Lord Jagannath is so kind that he leaves the temple in Jagannath Puri. He's actually, our International Society for Krishna Consciousness has established Jagannath deities throughout India. So Jagannath has left the state of Orissa and gone to other parts of India. And by his causeless mercy, and on the request of our beloved Srila Prabhupada, Lord Jagannath is now in every major city of the world in our ISKCON temples. This just shows how eager he is that we come back home, back to Godhead. I heard Prabhupada say one time, we were in Rome, and Prabhupada was lecturing, and he made one statement that just touched my heart. He said that the Lord is more desirous that we come back to the spiritual world than we ourselves are at this particular point. So if we match that enthusiasm of the Lord and we develop a strong desire to go back home, back to Godhead, that's a powerful combination. It can take us back to the spiritual world. So yes, this ancient temple, it's so beautiful, so magnificent. We came in and we had a little kirtan. They said, you can't have kirtan in the temple, you have to have kirtan outside. That's one of the rules also in Jagannath Puri. But one of my disciples, Sanjeevani Parvati Dasi, she recently took initiation here. She's a very expert Odissi dancer. So we arranged that she could go in the temple with the music, a little bit back from the deities, and dance for Jagannath, Subhadra and Balaram. This is the desire of every Odissi dancer. Because in ancient days, the Devi Dasis were dancers who would do this Odissi dance just for Jagannath and Lady Subhadra and Balaram. In fact, they never married. They gave their hearts to Lord Jagannath, and they expressed their love and devotion through dancing. What a wonderful experience. So much culture, so much history, so much devotion, so much nectar. You can imagine what it's like to have kirtan in these places. Because many of the places we're going, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself visited. And we feel the potency of his mercy there and the mercy of Jagannath and Radha and Krishna. So all this is by the grace of our beloved spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. And we will keep you informed of the next destination and share with you the pastimes there. Hare Krishna. Jagannath Swami ki, Lady Subhadra ki, Balaram ki, Jagannath Maharaj ki. Go Premanandi. Hare Krishna.
Oh Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Shri Bhuvane Kore Ja Charana Vandana Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidanandana Shri Bhuvane Kore Ja Charana Vandana Jaya Jaya Jagannath Sachidananda Jai Gora Se Krishna Se Jagannath Jai Gora Se Krishna Se Jagannath Jai Gora Se Krishna Se Jagannath Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Gaura 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 Hari Jaya Sachinandana